And welcome, everybody, to University of Tampa women's basketball. Hi, this is Jack Ike along with Scott Lynn as it's the Tampa Holiday Tournament. We want to welcome the teams who have come down here during their Christmas break as the Tampa Spartans will get ready to take on the Southern Wesleyan University Warriors out of Central South Carolina. Scott, a midweek afternoon game.
Yeah, we don't always have a lot of Monday games.
No.
Certainly Monday afternoon, and we have another one on Tuesday afternoon at the same time tomorrow. We look forward to that. That one against Malone tomorrow. Malone won the first game today, beating Florida Tech in a thriller.
Nice comeback.
Yeah, good come-from-behind win, so that'll be a fun game tomorrow, but we've got some business to take care of before that.
Tampa comes in with an 8-2 record. Southern Wesleyan 1-6 on the year. Tampa right now is 3-2 in the Sunshine State Conference, and they are sitting just a game out of first place. Starting lineups for today's game. For the Tampa Spartans, they will start Faith Sanders, number 1. She is a senior from Northern Kentucky, a transfer from Northern Kentucky University. She is from Savannah, Georgia. Number 4 is Rachel Warden, a sophomore from Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Number 5, Karma Jeremy. Karma is a senior from Orlando, Florida, Colonial High School. Number 22, a transfer in, Stasia Titer, a junior from Orlando, Florida, transferred in from Georgia State University. She also is from Colonial High School, the same school as Karma Jeremy. And number 44 is Molly Franson, a 6'2 junior from Tinley Park, Illinois, a transfer from Northern Kentucky University. The Spartans are coached by Tom Jesse. Assistant head coach is Kaylin Mitrick, and the graduate assistant is Elena D'Alfredo. On the other side of the ball, Southern Wesleyan comes in, and they will be starting number 4, Casey Howard, a 5'8 senior from Clearwater, Florida, Calvary Christian, so she is more than familiar with this area. Number 10, Tatiana Mahone. She is a 6-foot senior from Talbotton, Georgia. Number 15, Noella van Zedelhoff. She is a 6'3 senior from Boxtel, Netherlands. Number 20, Brianna Richardson. And she is a 5'7 sophomore from Walhalla, South Carolina. And number 32 is Anissa Williams. She is a 5'6 junior from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Head coach John Davis, assistant coach Derek Forrester, and Shelby Gilbert. Just about ready to tip off. Tampa in the white, Southern Wesleyan in the blue. Tip is underway. Faith Sanders gets the tip to Rachel Warden. Titer with the ball for the Spartans. Franson looks to go inside, finds Karma Jeremy. Jeremy nowhere to go, back to Franson. Off a pick, Faith Sanders, elbow jumper, good.
Nice execution for the first time down for the Spartans.
And we come back the other way. Mahone gives it up, finds Williams, and she drains a 3. And Southern Wesleyan on the board with a 3-2 lead.
She is their top three-point shooter. That's her 15th make of the season, most on the team. She shoots 42% from beyond the arc, and she looked good in that form. She is their leading scorer at over 11 points a game.
The only one in double digits on the team this year. Couple hovering near that mark. Jeremy drives the lane off the glass, the left-handed layup in. Spartans regain the lead 4-3. So we've had 2 lead changes already.
Yeah.
If you're scoring at home, the largest lead of the game was 2 points. Got to utilize the stat monitor. That's why they put it in front of us. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be a turnover. Tom Jesse, recipient of that pass. Spartans will play tomorrow at 2 against Malone, team that beat Florida Tech. And there's a travel. Warden caught the ball, but she had to kind of dive into the corner and hopped a few times. School is out for Christmas break, so a sparse crowd here. Though it looks like Southern Wesleyan had a few fans travel down for the game. Jumper by Van Zadelhoff, and she knocks it down, and it's 5-4.
Both teams actually executing very well here in the early going.
Jeremy finds Sanders. And a travel, a stutter step by Titer as she took the return pass from Warden. Back-to-back turnovers on travels for the Spartans.
We saw a lot of turnovers in the first game of the tournament here. I think there were 42.
More than one a minute.
Yeah, there were quite a few.
Van Zadelhoff, this time missing near the top of the key. Quickly up court is Warden.
First miss of the game for either team.
Yeah, there's your second. Each team has now missed a shot. 10-minute quarters, women's basketball. Little runner off the glass, rolls around. Actually never hit the glass, rolled around the rim and out. Quickly up to the corner. Sanders finds Jeremy. Warden, she wanted the ball. She fires a 3 and misses. One of the top 3-point shooters in the league right now, 3rd in the Sunshine State Conference at more than 40%. She has stepped up her game the last few games offensively.
She really has.
Nice little give and go, and the layup scored by Richardson, and it's 7-4. Southern Wesleyan. Jeremy looks to drive the lane, kicks it back out. Titer, 3. Good. Titer knocking that one down at 11.7, the 17th leading scorer in the conference. She's a 44% three-point shooter. And again the give and go. This one missed though. Howard had the chance, put it off the glass a little bit too hard. Jeremy posts up, cuts between, puts it off the glass, knocked out of bounds, and she was the last to get a hand on it. 7-7, 6:08 to go, first quarter. Scott, on paper, this game could look like a mismatch, but right now, Southern Wesleyan's holding its own.
And really, they've executed pretty well. They missed a couple shots now. They started out making their first 2. Now they're 1 for 5 since then. But bottom line is they have executed well. They've had good spacing on the floor. Doesn't look like a 1-6 team.
Denisha Hall into the lineup from Rock Hill, South Carolina for the Warriors. Sanders looks to turn the corner, comes back out. Ward for 3. Good.
Yeah, you mentioned Rachel Warden. She had a career best game against Lynn, scoring 23 points, 7 of 9 from downtown, then a 7-point career high 9 rebound game against Valdosta State, 10.6 rebounds, 4 assists against Barry last time out. You're right, she has stepped it up.
And Van Zadelhoff knocks down another intermediate jump shot. 6'3" post player from the Netherlands.
You know, it's interesting. She averages a team-high 7 rebounds, scores less than that, but she already has 6 quick points in this game.
Turnover by the Spartans. Back the other way. That's Williams driving on Sanders. I think they got Sanders for a little bump on the way in.
Want to correct myself. She has 4 points so far this game. She's hit 2 for 3. See a couple subs coming in. Brianna Richardson, number 20, a guard, sophomore from Walhalla, South Carolina. And then Caitlin Smart, number 34, a senior, 5'10", out of Forest City, North Carolina. Spent some time at Columbia earlier in her career.
Mahone, turnaround jumper off the glass, the rim, the glass, and in.
Hey, let's just say right now the Warriors are not intimidated coming to Tampa's home court.
No. And a foul called on the drive by Faith Sanders. We had a chance to talk to John Davis. This is a media timeout with 4:40 to go. Always a planned timeout, the first stop possession under 5 minutes of each quarter. So we'll take a timeout. 11-10, Southern Wesleyan leading the Spartans of Tampa. And this is TampaSpartans.tv.
The University of Tampa Athletics Department has a lot of great sponsors, including a new one, Mr. Empanada. The beauty of the empanada is its simplicity. You take any of your favorite foods and imagine them inside a pocket of homemade dough that is cooked perfectly until it's golden brown and piping hot. Our empanadas are a culinary treat. With 10 locations around the city, enjoy old Tampa flavor at Mr. Empanadas. The official chariot of the Spartans is Mart's First Class Coach. If you ever need to charter a bus, remember this. You can go online to do so at martsfirstclass.com. That's Mart's, M-A-R-T-Z, First Class, all one word, .com. And if you're in town, you can stay at Crown Plaza Hotels and Resorts, the place to meet.
4:40 left to go, first quarter. 11-10, Southern Wesleyan on top of Tampa. Southern Wesleyan, the Warriors are 5 of 9 from the floor, including 1 of 2 from three-point range. The Spartans are 4 of 6, so both teams shooting well right now. Spartans, though, have turned it over 4 times already to just 2 for the Warriors. Warden to inbound, and her pass is stolen. That's the 5th turnover.
And right out of a timeout, Tom Jesse just shakes his head. Wow.
Well, they threw it to their tallest player, but didn't throw it where only the tallest player could get it.
Right.
Oh, and a jump shot on the way by Smart knocks it down, 13-10. We talked to John Davis, as I was saying before the game, and he said his team is young, needs to get better, and he said that's why I want competition like this. Faith Sanders with a drive and in. And he said, we know all about the Sunshine State Conference and how tough it is.
Absolutely. And again, I don't think they're a 1-6 team. He says we are getting better every game. We're practicing better. He likes the attitude of his team. There's a turnover. But, all things considered, they're 1-6. They're 0-3 in the Conference Carolinas. But they also had 3 exhibition games. And he just feels like they are getting better game after game and day after day.
Into the lineup is Lauren Cody for the Spartans, replacing Molly Franson. Tighter, closely guarded, and they said she traveled. Spartans 6 turnovers in the first 6 minutes. Just because there were a lot of turnovers in the first game doesn't mean it has to be replicated. And
we see Emily Ashu has now checked in for Tampa, 5'9" junior from Naperville, Illinois, out of Bennett Academy.
Good three-point shooter for the Spartans. Wow, knocking that one down is Mahone. And a 16-12 lead for Southern Wesleyan.
She spotted up. You would not believe that she was only 2 of 15 from beyond the arc because that shot looked nice.
Sanders looks to turn the corner. Out to Warden. 3 on the way. Knocks another one down. 2 for 3 for Rachel Warden.
Rachel really has confidence in that three-point shot right now. She's got it going offensively.
Freshman last year came off the bench, mostly to direct traffic with the team. This year, we've just noticed as the season goes along, more confidence in being more than just the point guard.
You mentioned she's shooting over 40% from downtown, and she's done it with volume. Coming into the game, 22 out of 54.
Another turnover, though.
7 turnovers already.
Yes. Looks like Griffin Dempsey will get a chance to come in for the Spartans. Oh, banking it in, and not even a smile.
She called it all the way. The bank is open on Mondays here in Tampa. Denisha Hall, nice shot.
19-15, high-scoring game early.
If it wasn't a nice shot, it was a nice result as far as Denisha was concerned.
You don't get style points in basketball. Faith Sanders missing. So I like the fact Faith has looked for her shot early. Another three on the way. This time Hall misses. Warden with the rebound. Hustles back to the other end of the court, to the corner. Sanders going to drive. Kicks it to the far corner to his shoe. She pulls up. Misses. Jeremy fights for the rebound and gets it. Spartans get a new shot clock.
Karma Jeremy, really the glue of this team. All SSC, second team a year ago.
The shoe missing it. Cody rebounds, though. So the Spartans keep the ball in the zone. To throw out a hockey term. Warden inside the arc. Little strong. Rebound, Jeremy straight up. Fouled on the way up. Fouled by Smart. And Jeremy will shoot two. Jeremy on the year. A 60% free throw shooter. Her 12.1 a game leads the Spartans. She and Stacia Titer have been jockeying for that top position.
Right. I think we mentioned last broadcast Karma had actually struggled from the line in the early going of the season, but she has been shooting the basketball better from the line in recent games, and that form looked perfect right there.
Still just 60% on the year, but it's improved.
Yes, it has. And again, Rachel Warden called to the bench here by Tom Jesse, and she'll get a chance to watch the game for a moment because she turned the ball over. Tom Jesse, the last three turnovers have led to players immediately being pulled from the game. So I think that's been the message, and hopefully the message has been sent.
Yep. Jeremy, nice dish to Cody. Off the glass and in.
It's nice to see Cody get a bucket. The last two games, she's only attempted one field goal. She hasn't scored the last two games in limited minutes. And the game prior to that, you'll remember, Jack, she had a season-high 14 points.
And a block by Cody as Van Zadelhoff got back into the lineup. But it's probably infrequently, nice drive by Karma Jeremy. It's probably infrequently that Van Zadelhoff has somebody looking her in the eye, and Cody can. They're both 6'3". Spartans take the lead with less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Working on the outside. Pass almost stolen by Cody. Bounces it, and a travel is called.
And Cody forced that with that good effort at the defensive end. You know, that's one thing Tom Jesse told me about Lauren Cody. He said, look, she has the ability to do what she did in that game against Lynn. 14.7 rebounds, blocked 4 shots. The next two games, though, really not a factor. Mm-hmm. Just 0 for 1 from the field and really didn't even get a lot of playing time.
Another steal, though. Driving the lane, up and in is Mahone, and Mahone with 7 points. 10 seconds. Spartans down 1. Dempsey with the ball. Bounce pass to Cody, drives the lane, off the glass and in at the buzzer, and the Spartans take a 22-21 lead on the last second shot.
Great execution that time down by Griffin Dempsey and Lauren Cody as they absolutely ran a perfect give and go off the screen. Pick and roll, nice, very nicely done.
22-21, Spartans take the lead as we are at the end of the first quarter. This is TampaSpartans.tv.
We want to give a big shout out to Drs. Selman and Gasser and Florida Orthopedic Institute and their sports medicine team for keeping the Tampa players safe and providing athletic training services and medical care to University of Tampa.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Located downtown at 200 North Tampa, just around the corner from UT, the Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
Both teams shooting very well in this game. Spartans at 60%. Southern Wesleyan at 56%. The one One thing that is not good, Spartans have committed 8 turnovers that have resulted in 14 points.
Wow, 8 turnovers in 10 minutes. That is not what Tom Jesse wants to see.
Yet they have the lead. Second quarter underway, and a push-off on number 12, Young. Young just getting into the lineup.
Yes, Andrea
Young from Clemson, South Carolina. Should mention Griffin Dempsey in the lineup for the Spartans from Huntington, West Virginia, played at UNC Charlotte. Ashu, the Bradley transfer, missing that one. Bringing it up court. Also now in the lineup, new in the lineup, is number 5, Jessica Sparks. And another push-off on the way down the lane. Foul is on number 2.
20, actually.
20.
Brianna Richardson, I think. Yeah, that's who it was. We've talked about Emily Ashu and the fact that she's coming out of the game right now. She missed that three-pointer moments ago. You know, she started the season in the first 3 games, I think it was, making 8 of 16 from downtown. Yeah. We got kind of spoiled, shooting 50%. She's now 7 of 26 since then, under, about 25%. So, again, the shooting hasn't been there, and I think that for the Spartans to be the kind of team they want to be, she's going to need to knock down the shots again.
Sanders with a drive, fouled on the way in. Elia Abney in the lineup for the Spartans now as well. She is a sophomore from Orlando. 3 players on the Spartan roster from Orlando. Jeremy and Titer went to the same high school. Abney from Freedom High School.
One final thought on Emily Ashu. You know, she can score. We've seen that. She had a season high, career high, 26 points in her UT debut against Spring Hill. So, again, we're not asking her to score 26. No. We're not asking her to shoot 50% from the field, but we just need her to regain her confidence in that shooting stroke again.
Nice drive in the lane. Richardson, turnaround, puts it in. 23-23. Both teams shooting well. That's Abney. Off of Sanders' foot, rolling out of bounds, and goes out of bounds, and it will be Southern Wesleyan's ball, a 9th turnover on Tampa. That is about 3 times more than you would expect at this point in the game. Bounce pass, Van Zedelhoff to the corner. And
right there,
they called out of bounds.
Yeah, Anisha Williams. Anisha was forced out of bounds, but there was not enough contact for the whistle to be blown against the Tampa player, apparently. So Anisha does step out of bounds, and it's a Tampa basketball now.
Jeremy looks to drive outside to Abney, fakes the shot, drives the lane. Little Euro step there off the glass. No good. Gets her own rebound. Goes up and down. They call her for the travel.
The second time. No, I think she actually did make a nice move. I don't think it was travel. I think the officials were right on that. But it did look a little different, deceptive. A little awkward.
Driving the lane, no good. Dempsey with the rebound. Well, so when they say it's a Euro step, are they basically implying that it's a travel?
Yeah. It's a travel in this country that isn't called.
Yes.
Yeah.
The old dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
3 steps, 3.5 steps. Traveling used to be a step and a half. If you took 2, you traveled.
Right.
Lauren Cody off the glass, reverse layup. And she's come to play today for the Spartans. 6 points.
6 points in 5 minutes off the bench. That's good production for sure.
Pass inside. Van Zedelhoff scored 2 quick buckets early in the game. And she matches Cody with a 6-point. So the 2 tallest players on the floor going at it right now.
Van Zedelhoff's season high is 12 points, and she's halfway there in just a few minutes.
Abney, jumper, good. Elia Abney, another transfer for the Spartans.
Out of Charleston Southern, yeah.
27-25, Tampa by 2. Driving the lane is Williams. Cut off. Van Zadelhoff back to Williams. She's looking and made up her mind she was going to shoot. Gets her rebound again. Missing again, and Jeremy just rips it away. Says enough of that noise. To Abney. She's going to drive. Dishes off to Cody. Off the glass. Doesn't go. Gets her rebound. Kicks it out. Griffin Dempsey will set it up. And a save by Karma Jeremy.
Just the way it was drawn up by the coaches, you bet.
Abney in the lane, kicks it out. Sanders a 3. Off the rim, no good. Took a bad bounce, but into the hands of Southern Wesleyan.
You're right, Faye Sanders definitely looking to be aggressive at the offensive end today, which we haven't seen a lot of this season.
I believe that's her 4th shot already. Van Zadelhoff off the glass. She goes tumbling down, collided with Cody. I think it was incidental, but she's slow to get up. Dempsey misses. Rebound. Abney off the glass and in. Nice rebound and drive. Aaliyah Abney.
She has a real good sense about herself on the basketball court, doesn't she?
John Davis wants a timeout. Spartans lead 29-25. You're watching this game on the Sunshine State Digital Network and TampaSpartans.tv.
Clean Eats, a new cafe located at 3838 Neptune Avenue and open until 7 o'clock, is another fine UT sponsor. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle featuring healthy sandwiches, wraps, bowls, and smoothies. Clean Eats. Courtyard by Marriott, simply refreshing, located at 3805 West Cypress in Tampa, an official host hotel of University of Tampa Athletics. And another sponsor, Jersey Mike's. At Jersey Mike's, they offer a sub above, with the nearest location at 2121 West Kennedy in Tampa. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
It's not that far off, Scott, but if you look over to your left, we see the brain trust of the Spartan baseball team.
Oh, yeah.
More than likely a practice today.
Beautiful day for it, for sure. Yeah, they open up the first weekend of February. First weekend of February. They have a game against the Philadelphia Phillies, exhibition game again. It's the 3rd week, I believe, of February, so the Spartans will have played a few games by then.
It's always a fun game to do.
It is indeed. We'll bring it to you right here on Tampa Spartans TV.
It was so fun because the first game we ever did, the Spartans won it.
Yeah.
I think that cost Ryan Sandberg his job.
It might have.
Took a whole season for him to figure it out, but
it was an embarrassment to the Phillies at that time.
Gave up a grand slam home run. I don't know if that'll go down as a turnover, but Southern Wesleyan gets the ball back off a rebound that was bobbling around.
It does. That's number 11.
Wow. We are less than 5 minutes until halftime. Molly Franson back in the lineup for the Spartans.
Nice minutes, though, by Lauren Cody. 6 points and 4 rebounds in 8 minutes.
Long 3 on the way. That one airballed, but into the hands of Abney. To the other end. Tighter. Tipped away by Howard. And Howard keeps the aggressive D on. They finally call the foul. Southern Wesleyan, a first year as a full Division II and Carolina Conference member.
Yeah, last year was.
Last year, was it?
Yeah. This is the second year. Second year that they are in NCAA Division II.
That's right, 16-17 they became.
Right.
Warden, jumper, bounces around, no good. Rebound, Molly Franson, and she got it away. So a lot like what we've experienced with Palm Beach Atlantic and Embry-Riddle here in the Sunshine State Conference. More like Embry-Riddle. Inside. Oh, Franson missed it from point blank. More like Embry-Riddle because they not only moved up to the Carolina Conference, but moved from NAIA to Division II.
Right. Boy, that's too bad. Molly Franzen missing the basket at the other end because that was a very nice assist, very unselfish play by Stasia Titer, who had a shot herself and gave it up for what appeared to be an easy two. It didn't turn out the way she thought.
29-25 Spartans. First free throw is missed by Hall.
But John Davis, this is his 8th year as the head coach there, and he is the one, obviously, who brought them from NAIA to NCAA Division II. That's a challenge. You have to try to recruit a little bit different athlete.
And he did mention that.
He says that his team has played 2 good quarters basically in every game. Unfortunately, there are 4 quarters.
Yes. I would say if that holds true, they've got 1 in the book.
Yeah.
First quarter, very well played.
And this one hasn't been bad.
No.
Really. They're shooting 46% for the game now, down a little bit from what they were at the end of the first quarter.
Another turnover.
And let's say, hey, they've forced 12 turnovers already.
And a nice drive off the glass and in by Mahone. That is 29-28. Mahone now with 9 points on the day. Leading all scorers.
You know, I have a comment about Mahone here in a minute, but I'll wait till they get the ball again.
And a slap on the wrist there, and the foul will be called on Sparks.
And that's the 15th foul, so they're going to be shooting 2. Tampa, by the way, just 1 team foul here with 3:01 left in the half, so they've got some fouls to give. I'll mention Mahone here. You know, she had 3 straight games in which she did not score a point and didn't play very many minutes. Played 20 minutes total in those 3 games. Then she didn't play the next game. I'm guessing, and I should have asked John Davis, and it's my mistake. I meant to do so. But she didn't play that next game. So there was a 4-game stretch where she was obviously a non-factor. Came back last game and had 13 points in 20 minutes. She had a career-high 19 points against Emmanuel of Georgia earlier in the season. So, I mean, she's, I think, a very key player for this team and probably better than her 6.5-point average.
Maybe an injury
That's what I'm thinking.
Hampered her play and then finally caught up to her.
Nursing an injury.
Yeah. Cody back in the lineup for the Spartans. Picked up a rebound and a nice dish. And boy, I tell you what, Lauren Cody has gotten some great buckets today, all on great assists.
Yeah, again, Abney with a terrific pass right there. She has really been one of the key players helping the Spartans stay ahead here.
2 players off the bench, Cody and Abney. Drive off the glass in. That time Abney got beat to the bucket. 31-30, 2.5 minutes to go, first half. Titer looked at a 3, comes back out. Nice dish to Cody again. This time she's triple teamed and they call the jump ball. Tampa will keep it.
Abney and Cody definitely have something going here. And it looks like they have been, again, they both come off the bench. You just wonder if maybe they haven't worked together on that, because every time Abney penetrates, Cody's looking for the pass.
Yeah. And
there have been times where we have seen players, especially the bigs inside, not looking for a pass coming.
Yep.
And right there we see a Shu disdaining a 3 that I think early in the season, she's taken that shot.
2 seconds. Cody, rebound, got her own rebound, put it in. She put it up with 1 second on the clock. It hit the rim, bounced back to her, and she put it in.
I think the 30-second shot clock maybe did not start.
Did not reset.
Yeah.
But Cody now with 10 points, first to double digits. She's already got 10.6 rebounds in 9 minutes of play. It's interesting because Franzen or Cody, just sort of depends which game, how this certain games go.
And again, Molly Franzen has played 9 minutes and only has 1 field goal attempt and missed it, and it was a point-blank shot. So, maybe Tom Jesse's trying to decide which big gets to play based on the early part of the game.
Franzen has started every game this year for the Spartans.
But she's had some crazy games. She had the 4 foul, no points in 10 minutes against Lynn. The next game against Valdosta State, a career-high 20 points and 8 rebounds. 8 points, 5 boards against Barry last game. Consistency, I think, is what any coach of either team is looking for.
tipped up in the air, and it'll be Southern Wesleyan's ball.
And I say that because John Davis mentioned it to us. He goes, that's one of the things. We lack depth a little bit, and we lack consistency. And again, the point he made, we play 2 good quarters every game.
Yep. Well, they've certainly played 2 good quarters here as we get down to the final minute before half. Ryder rejects that shot. Warden on the dash. He's got some numbers. Looks inside, finds Cody, kicks it out. Ashu just inside the arc, and good.
That is what Emily Ashu can do. Catch and shoot. Don't think about it. Just put the ball in the basket. And she did very nicely right there.
35-30, biggest lead of the game for either team. 30 seconds to go in the half. Bounce pass got away, but recovered by the Warriors. Driving the lane, and Cody deflects it out of bounds.
Lauren Cody looks like the player that came to play against Lynn, a few games ago. The last couple of games, it didn't even look like the same person. And I'm not knocking her. I'm just saying I don't know what the difference is. It's just today she's aggressive at both ends of the floor.
Back outside. Nice shot. It's a 2. 2-pointer by Howard. Her first points of the game. One of the starters for Southern Wesleyan.
Last shot time.
Warden, and a foul up high, though. And that'll put Warden on the line because they are in the bonus.
Well, it should give Southern Wesleyan a final shot. They'll have to hurry to get it up the floor quickly. But after a make or miss, they'll at least have an opportunity to do so.
Warden knocking that free throw down.
I'm not saying that it was a good thing that she fouled there, but they still will have a shot.
Warden hits that one. She's a 67% free throw shooter. Misses that one. We come back the other way. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, all the way up, and no good. Got a long drive, almost went coast to coast. It didn't fall. And we have reached the end of the first half with Tampa on top, 36-32. We'll run through a couple of the stats before we take a break for halftime. For Tampa, Rachel Warden with 7 points, Karma Jeremy 5, Stasia Titer with 3, Emily Ashu 2, Lauren Cody off the bench 10 points, 7 rebounds. Faith Sanders with 5, Aaliyah Abney with 4. Spartans are shooting an even 50%, 15 of 30 from the floor, 3 of 7 3-pointers, 3 of 8 though from the free throw line. And maybe the most critical stat, the Spartans with 12 turnovers at this point. On the other side, it's Hall with 4, Howard with 2, Sparks with 2, Richardson 4, Williams 3, Mahone with 9, Van Zadelhoff with 6, Smart with 2. Southern Wesleyan is shooting 48%, 14 of 29, 3 of 8 from 3-pointers, 37.5%, just 1 of 2 from the free throw line. They have 10 rebounds. The Spartans have 23, but as we mentioned, 12 turnovers have led to 16 points for Southern Wesleyan, and that has kept them in the game. We're going to take a timeout and come back just before the start of the second half, and so stay with us. You've been watching this game on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
don't blame technology like that idiot did. All right, ready to go? Okay. Getting ready for the second half of play. Tampa Spartans, Southern Wesleyan Warriors, women's basketball from the Bob Martinez Center on the campus of the University of Tampa. 36-32, Tampa on top. Jack Ike, Scott Lynn. Scott, I think this has been a kind of a surprising first half in terms of statistically, we thought it might have been a mismatch coming in.
Well, again, just if you look at the records, you'd think that, certainly, as Tampa's 8-2 and Southern Wesleyan is 1-6. But again, they've had some good games and played well in their preseason, even though they haven't gotten the wins that they had hoped that they would get. And I've actually been very, very impressed with the Southern Wesleyan team in the spacing, the shooting. Again, they're shooting very, very well, 48% for the game. That's dropped a little bit from the first half when they shot 60%, first quarter rather. But 3 of 8 from downtown. I mean, they've played well. They're definitely in this game and deserve to be so.
We are underway, second half. Southern Wesleyan with the ball in the blue, Spartans white jerseys. Spartans starting not the original starters, which you normally see to start the second half, but it's Faith Sanders with the ball. Griffin Dempsey now with the ball. Also in is Lauren Cody, a big first half for her. Rachel Warden and Karma Jeremy. So 3 starters, 2 subs. Inside, nice pass and a bucket to Cody. That play has worked 4 or 5 times today.
Well, and I think what Tom Jesse has done here is rewarding the players who played with energy and effort and with success in the first half. And Lauren Cody certainly has been a big part of that. We had mentioned her scoring, now with 12 points, as you say. But those 7 rebounds she had in the first half are 3 more than her career high. So she had a heck of a first half. And Tom Jesse said, hey, you go, girl.
Yeah, definitely. 38-32, Spartans on top. Cody, 12 points now, and I think every one of them, except one, has been off an assist. One, she missed a shot, got her own rebound, and put it back. Dempsey, Sanders. Jeremy drives, and body foul, so she will go to the line. Spartans will have to cut down on the turnovers. 12 in the first half. Out-rebounded Southern Wesleyan 23-10 in the first half, but then gave the ball up 12 times compared to 5. Karma Jeremy looked like maybe she took a knee to the thigh. She will be shooting 2.
So, again, you talked about the different starters here in this half. Obviously, Molly Franzen, who had no points and a rebound in 9 minutes, 0 of 1 from the field, and Stasia Titer not starting the second half. In 12 minutes of play, just 1 for 3 from the floor with 3 points and 3 rebounds, but 3 turnovers. And I think that turnover thing is really what was the bugaboo in the first half as far as Tom Jesse's concerned.
Titer and Warden both with 3 turnovers. Half the turnovers coming from those 2. Karma Jeremy knocking down both free throws. 40-32 Spartans lead. That is the biggest lead of the game. Early second half. Early third quarter. Ball goes to the floor, and it will be Tampa's ball off the turnover. For Southern Wesleyan, they have Van Zadelhoff in the lineup. Also is Young, Howard. See who else we have out there. Richardson and Williams. That's Jeremy with the ball for Tampa. To the opposite corner, Rachel Ward knocks it down. The lead is double digits. 43-32 Tampa. And John Davis quick to call a timeout as the Spartans have scored the first 7 points of the quarter.
Obviously a great start for Tampa. Tom Jesse, I think if he sent a message at halftime. He might have said a few things even at halftime, but he sent a message by starting 2 other players, and this group is off to a terrific start here. Griffin Dempsey, who is the backup point guard, basically, is on the floor with Rachel Warden. So you've got 2 ball handlers taking care of the ball. And as that shot went down by Warden, we saw Dempsey on the far side and the near side in the corner. Instead of going for a rebound, she was hustling back on defense to make sure that there was somebody back. So it's a well-played first minute and a half of the second half for Tampa.
43-32 is the score. TampaSpartans.tv.
So whether you're a competitive athlete wanting to tone up or just love flavorful, healthy food, Rebuilt meals are built to feed your body with the proper nutrients that will fuel your active lifestyle. Enjoy fitness-inspired meal plans with Rebuilt Meals. Visit rebuiltmeals.com. And Clean Eats. Clean Eats is a new cafe located at 3838 Neptune Avenue, open till 7 o'clock. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle featuring healthy sandwiches, wraps, bowls, and smoothies. Clean Eats.
Richardson into the forecourt. 7-0 run to start the quarter for the Spartans. 11-point lead now. Williams drives the lane, puts it in, put it up anyway. Fouled by Faith Sanders on the way in. That will be the second foul on Faith Sanders. And to the line is Williams, 3 points. Got her points on a three-pointer, otherwise has missed 3 shots inside the arc. Misses that free throw. Only the third free throw of the game for Southern Wesleyan. Spartans have attempted 11. Second free throw coming up for Williams. And again a miss there. Karma Jeremy takes it off the glass. Heads down court. Nobody stopping her. Kicks it out to Warden. Warden for 3 off the rim. And just out of the outstretched arms of Cody into the hands of Howard. Driving in the lane. Foul called on Warden on the drive. And that will put Richardson at the line. 9.1 points a game. 28th in the Carolina Conference. A non-shooting foul is what it was. Pass inside, taken by Young. Guarded by Jeremy, inside to Van Zadelhoff. Throws it out to Williams. Back inside to Van Zadelhoff. Eye to eye, and a basket there. Eye to eye with Cody. And they have had a nice little duo going.
They have. They've had a real battle. And finally, Southern Wesleyan is on the board here in the second half.
Took 2.5 minutes. To the corner, Jeremy. Not one to pull the trigger on that. Dempsey to Warden. Stolen to the ground. And that will be a turnover on the Spartans.
Nice defense there by Chandrea Young. Got a hand in there, anticipating the handoff. And the junior, 5'6" junior from Clemson, South Carolina, with a nice defensive play.
A little bit of a sloppy handoff by the Spartans. Young pivots, comes back out. Good D by Jeremy. Richardson. Young inside. Van Zadelhoff, a little runner, scooped it up. Goes out of bounds. Spartans will get the ball.
The coach, John Davis, very upset, thinking that a foul should have been whistled, or that perhaps Tampa even knocked the ball out of bounds.
Yep. I'm not sure which one he's arguing, but he's continuing to have a discussion.
And let's give the officials credit here. Whether they were correct or not, they had every opportunity to call a technical on John Davis because he continued to talk somewhat vehemently. But Ronald Ludington, Daryl Dawkins, and Troy Carr have done a pretty good job officiating this game.
Emily Ashu now in the lineup for the Spartans, replacing Griffin Dempsey. Sanders down the lane. Oh, went with the right hand. Couldn't quite get it over the rim. To the other end. Young. Again, good job by Jeremy to keep her out of the lane.
And you'll never convince coaches that things kind of even out, but on that drive down at this end, Brianna Richardson just reached around and grabbed the Tampa player on the drive, and there was no whistle. Maybe the calls kind of even out?
That does not happen. Ask any referee. I believe the foul was on Cody. It is her first, and Van Zadelhoff will go to the line for her first free throws. Van Zadelhoff coming in averaging, I believe it was 7 a game. Let me check that.
Yeah, 6.3 points, 7 rebounds.
Now has 8 on the day. So a little bit above average on the points and right about her average on rebounds. More than likely will exceed both. Hits the free throw for her 9th point. (43-35). The lead is 8. Rachel Warden, free throw line, out to Faith Sanders. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Sanders turns the corner, up off the glass, and bounces it home. And she's really looking more for her shot. Did that early. She missed the first couple games of the season. Off the glass, and a foul on Sanders. Though Faith is bewildered by the call. Little shoulder-to-shoulder drive there.
On the season, Southern Wesleyan only averages 60.7 points per game, so they have not been a high-scoring team.
Spartans are only about 66, I believe.
Yeah, they haven't averaged a ton more than that. Yeah, that's right. But they've allowed almost 79 points a game, almost 18 points a game difference in their losses, and again, they've lost 6 of 7 this year. They do look like they're a better team than I would suspect that they were early on, because as John Davis said, he likes the way they're getting things going in practice. They're getting better in practice, getting better in games. You mentioned the rebound disparity. They have been out-rebounded by almost 11 rebounds per game.
Amalia Shue buries one for 3.
Well, that's what she needs. We talked about it. Just catch and shoot. She can do that as good as anybody in the Sunshine State Conference.
She now has 5 points on the day. Long 3 off the glass, and that was it. The shoe has fallen to her hands and comes to the other end. Cody, a lob into Jeremy. Jeremy quick to put it up and in. Nice job. One thing Jeremy did not do there, when she got the pass, she did not put it on the ground. She went right up and off the glass and in. Karma Jeremy now at 9 points.
Pretty assist by Cody as well.
And Stasia Titer coming in for the Spartans. For Faith Sanders, the lead is 13.
By the way, Cody has tied her career high with 1 assist. She has mostly looked to score. She has not been a playmaker, so to speak.
Though she's benefited by about 4 assists, like one right there, Owen, but she got fouled. They are just looking for her all the time and finding her.
And again, because the last game we called, again, she was not a factor. And I've got to believe this last week of practice, and I didn't talk to Tom Jesse about it, but I got to think that she showed something in practice to get extra playing time, because she's really playing aggressively today, both ends of the floor.
4:51 to go in the third quarter. It's a timeout with the score Tampa 50, Southern Wesleyan 37. You're watching this game on TampaSpartans.tv.
DP Dough delivers cheesy happiness on and around college campuses, including UT. For calzones, wings, and breadsticks, order online at dpdough.com. They're open late. The Barnes & Noble Campus Bookstore has everything UT in one place, located in the Vaughn Center, first floor, open Monday through Saturday, or shop online at utampa.bncollege.com. And Walters Press Box is Tampa's favorite place to watch the big game and party. The Press Box, 222 South Dale Mabry.
4:51 to go, third quarter. Tampa has widened the lead. 4-point halftime lead is now a 13-point lead.
And look at the second half shooting, Jack.
71% to 16%.
Yes. That's why Tampa's on top right here. Tampa's 5 of 7 this half, and Southern Wesleyan just 1 of 6. And the turnovers, the Spartans have gotten that under control.
Just 1 so far this half. So the Spartans were helping them stay close despite shooting well, rebounding well. Just turning it over too many times. They eliminate that, and their lead is double digits. Lauren Cody to the line will shoot 2. First trip and knocks it down. Her second trip to the line. She actually missed one earlier. Now she's 1 of 2 and has 13 points. And rolls it around for 14. She and Rachel Warden in double digits for Tampa.
Cody's tied her season high now with that 14-point game against Lynn. One away from her career high against Malone last year, her freshman season.
And there's a miss. Jeremy finds Cody off the glass and in, and everything is fine. Lauren Cody, she's going to be open under the basket.
And a new career high. Boy, we have witnessed the coming out party of Lauren Cody today.
Young for three, off the glass, no good. Racing for it, Rachel Warden, ridden out of bounds, and the Spartans will get the ball. And a foul is called as well on number 34. Smart with the foul. It's a non-shooting foul, though 4 fouls already. Women's basketball, they reset every quarter. You get 5. There's no 1 and 1. It's 5, and you shoot 2.
Yeah, on that 5th foul, you're going to the line for a 2, and that's why the rest of this quarter now, the Spartans will shoot 2 free throws. Spartans with 3 fouls and a half have 1 to give.
The lead now 17 for Tampa. Tighter, passes up a 3, pops into the lane, rattles that one home, and the lead is 19.
Around and down, and that has to make Stacia Tighter feel a little bit better. She's had a tough game.
So this is kind of what John Davis was talking about. His team played 2 good quarters in the first half. Van Zadelhoff blocked by Cody. Dashing forward is Warden. Spartans with a 1-on-4 to Tighter, off the glass and in. 21-point lead for Tampa.
Nice assist by Rachel Warden. And again, good team basketball there as the person that started that all with a block stayed back on defense. Lauren Cody was going to play D if they came in transition.
That one had a little English on it and spun it in. A nice shot by Williams. That stops a run for the Spartans. That was 13-0 over 2 minutes and 7 seconds. The shoe drives, kicks it out to Tighter. The lead, 19. Warden for 3, and good. Rachel Warden with 13. Warden now 4 for 6 from three-point line. She shoots about 41% in the season, hitting 66% today. 61-39, 22-point lead. Spartans have outscored Southern Wesleyan 25-7 this quarter. All started with a 7-0 run to start the quarter. Warden to the other end.
Totally different Tampa team this half. So
Cody.
Much energy.
Nice pass to a shoe, and the foul, I think, on Cody.
Yeah, a charge.
Yeah.
And she smiled because she could have put the ball up, but gave it to a teammate, but then plowed into the defensive player. She knew it. Emily Ashu was a little disappointed, like, oh, I just lost 2 points.
Yep. We used to call those asterisk assists.
Yeah. Karma Jeremy gets a breather here, and well-deserved part of this big run for Tampa.
Van Zadelhoff from outside airballed it. Aaliyah Abney now in the lineup for the Spartans with the rebound. Tighter. Top of the key, Warden. To Abney. Bounces it off her foot, tracks it down, plenty of time, 15 on the shot clock. A shoe, off the glass, and in.
And again, a nice aggressive move by Emily Ashu.
She's up to 7 points on the day. The lead is up to 24. Turnaround jumper won't fall for Richardson, and the Spartans come back the other way. This is probably the 2 things that John Davis told us before the game. Depth, inconsistency. Tighter, nice drive off the glass. She has 9.
Yeah, and I said she had a tough game. It wasn't that she had an awful game going, but she didn't start the second half. Had 3 turnovers.
Careless with the ball.
Yeah, so I think she's starting to feel better about herself too now.
Under a minute to go in the quarter, and a foul on Abney for a reach-in.
Tried to deny the player the spot coming across the lane and bumped into her.
It'll be
That's
2 shots for Williams. So with about 4 minutes, about 4:20 to go, Southern Wesleyan got its 4th foul, and the Spartans had only 3 at the time, but Southern Wesleyan has stayed at 4, and the Spartans have given up the advantage.
Yeah. Julie McClure has checked into the game here. The junior from Secaucus, New Jersey, out
also
of Wagner College.
Transfer in this year.
Mm-hmm.
Free throws good, 65-41. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Molly Franson into the Spartan lineup, and I think they get Richardson for a foul on the coming across the lane.
We should mention Morgan Lum, the senior, who has not played all season because of some back problems, back spasms, back injury, is in uniform and might make her season debut today, depending on how things go here late in the game. She has been practicing a little bit with the team, probably not in total game shape, but I know she is chomping at the bit to get back and get on the court.
Titer knocking down a couple free throws, lead back to 26.
Lum last year averaged 7.5 points, about 4 rebounds a game, and
major contributor.
Yeah,
started I think maybe half the time. Turnaround jumper off the glass, no good. Titer with the board. 30 seconds to go. Split second on the shot clock, game clock. For the most part, negligible. Warden directing traffic, wants Abney on the left side. Nobody on the right side. Content to just dribble it down now. 10 seconds. Now they're going to start to run some offense to Titer. Titer with a little ball fake. Jumper in the lane. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Tampa. McClure. 1 shot, 1 second I should say, and a last second jump shot is thwarted. We've reached the end of the third quarter. A big quarter for Tampa. They outscore Southern Wesleyan 31-9 and have taken a 67-41 lead with 10 minutes to go. We'll be back right after a few words from our sponsors. This is TampaSpartans.tv.
Your trusted Tampa Subaru dealer is Mastro Subaru, located at 6402 West Hillsborough Avenue. At Mastro Subaru, our reputation rides with you. Embassy Suites Downtown is a sponsor of UT Athletics, right in the heart of downtown. Just a few blocks from campus. Come stay in luxury at the Embassy Suites Downtown, 513 South Florida Avenue in Tampa. And Firehouse Subs. At Firehouse Subs, their subs are made the firefighter way, served steaming hot, and located with the finest fresh sliced meats and cheeses, located at 2617 West Kennedy Boulevard. Firehouse, founded by firemen. Let's give it up to the Spartan team of physicians of Florida Orthopedic Institute, Florida's largest orthopedic group, and to Dr. Selman and Gasser and their sports medicine team for keeping our players active and safe on and off the field with their ortho urgent care just minutes away in South Tampa.
Spartans will send out Warden, McClure, Abney, Franson, and Titer.
Wow, in the quarter, Tampa 11 of 14 from the floor, 79%. And Southern Wesleyan 2 of 13, just 15%. 79% to 15% shooting in the quarter. Wow.
And a 22-point difference in the quarter. McClure with the ball for Tampa. To Abney. Looks to turn the corner, drives the lane off the glass, won't go. Coming back the other way, Hall. Howard with the lob to Young and lays it in. Actually, Mahone laid that one in. So her first bucket of the second half and gets her to 11 points on the afternoon. McClure out to Warden. Fake, jumper in the lane. Good. Boy, she is hot right now. Rachel Warden now with 15 points. Southern Wesleyan will play tomorrow against Florida Tech in a noon game down here. Spartans will play Malone in a de facto championship game because Malone rallied to beat Florida Tech after trailing by 10 at halftime, I believe it was, or 10 thereabouts. It was a 10-point lead around the half, and 10 points well into the second half, and then they rallied to win it. Abney off the glass, no good. to the other end. Mahone drives. Foul called on Mahone.
Kind of put the shoulder down and bowled into the defender.
Into the lineup now for the Spartans is Julia Ingram, freshman from Palm Harbor University. Only 2 players left on the roster who have not gotten in. One being Morgan Lum, hoping for that chance. And I believe the other one is Marcella Benner, who has appeared in 1 game this year. Chance for them to get some meaningful minutes. You know, the Spartans have stayed at 13 turnovers. 12 in the first half, 1 in the second half.
Wow. You know, one thing that we should point out is Jessica Sparks, who has really been on a little bit of a roll, averaging about 12 points a game the last 3 games for Southern Wesleyan, has been held to just 2 points, 1 for 1 from the floor in this game today.
Franson squared up, missed the jumper. Ingram guarding Sparks.
I do want to mention Sparks has only played 9 minutes today, though, so the minutes are down a little bit here.
True. Van Zadelhoff looking for help, finds it. Hall gives up her dribble. Pass inside, Van Zadelhoff. Fadeaway jumper, good. Griffin Dempsey with the ball for Tampa. Runs off a pick. Feeds McClure. Pass inside. Franson not able to control it. Turns the ball over to Hall. Van Zadelhoff guarded by Franson. Franson stops the dribble. Jumper by Hall. Off the rim, no good. Fighting for it. I think McClure is going to get called for the foul there. This is that point in the game where somebody like Morgan Lum is sitting on the bench going, I know I'm getting in, but any day now, coach, is fine.
Yeah.
You just kind of sit there and think, why not yet? Steal off the inbounds pass by McClure. She finds Ingram. Quickly up court to Titer. Titer waits. Oh, one too many pass. This one didn't find Dempsey.
She had a layup, really, and just decided I'm going to try to spread the wealth a little
someone
bit.
Else, yeah. Long jumper on the way. Oh, splashing it down is Sparks for her 5th point. 69-48.
Sparks can shoot the 3. It leads this team in attempts and makes. She now has 15 made threes, as well as Williams, who has 15 this year.
McClure for 3. Misses it. Tipped by Ingram into the hands of McClure, and the Spartans keep the ball. Dempsey up top. Directs a little traffic. Wants Franson outside the arc. Titer posts up. Franson top of the key. Outside to Ingram. She launches a 3. In and out.
That had a good chance. That looked nice.
It looked good from here. We were straight on with it. And that one gets away and goes over to the scorer's table. Tom Jesse hustles onto the court. We will be on the air about noon, about 2 o'clock, I should say, tomorrow, as the Spartans will host Malone. McClure, top of the key. 5:15 to go in the quarter, in the 4th quarter. Dempsey for 3. Good. Griffin Dempsey's first bucket of the night. And it's a 72-48 lead. Williams on a drive just throws it up, but got fouled, I think, by Franson on the drive. And with 4:58 to go in the quarter, we will take a timeout. Tampa 72, Southern Wesleyan 48. This is TampaSpartans.com.
The Bay Harbor Hotel, located at 7700 West Courtney Campbell Causeway in Tampa, offers a discount rate to all UT supporters and guests. The Bay Harbor Hotel on Courtney Campbell Causeway. Sodexo University Dining Services by Sodexo allows you to choose from 27 dining stations serving breakfast, lunch, dinner, late night, and snacks. The official concessionaire of UT Athletics is Sodexo Campus Dining. Visit the UT website and check dining services for their variety and hours. Buffalo Wild Wings. They say it's not whether you win or lose, it's where you celebrate the game. Buffalo Wild Wings, located at 1625 East 7th Avenue in Ybor City, is happy to welcome UT fans after the game.
Spartans by 24. It was a 1-point game at the end of the first quarter, a 4-point game at the end of the half, and then the Spartans broke it open with a 26-point lead after 3 quarters, and that's about where we are now.
Yeah, that third quarter was really pretty special for UT. A lot of energy, a lot of good execution. They scored the first 7 in the quarter to take command. Then later in the period, a 13-0 run, put them up by 21, and it's been coasting home from there.
Williams knocks down the free throw. Spartans with 2 starters still in the lineup, Franson and Titer. Otherwise, Dempsey, McClure, and Ingram on the floor. Williams knocks them both down, 72-50. Under 5 minutes to go in the game. Dempsey hounded up top. And finally a foul called. Young called for the foul, her second. Spartans will inbound right by Tom Jesse and the bench. Titer in traffic. Outside to the corner. Ingram for 3. And she hits. Julia Ingram knocking that one down. And the lead is 25. One of the top scorers in Pinellas County last year, and I believe the all-time leading scorer at Palm Harbor U. So she brings that aspect of the game. Nice little runner there by Sparks. She has 7.
All it took was for me to mention her, and now all of a sudden she's got 7. Hasn't missed a shot today, just hasn't taken many.
Titer, and she splashes a 3. Morgan Lum being summoned off the bench. A big smile on her face.
Yeah, look at that smile.
She and Aaliyah Abney getting ready to check in. Morgan Lum, her first appearance of the year.
You'd mentioned earlier she was a transfer, played at University of Hartford for a couple of years, made 25 starts at Hartford. Sophomore season averaged 6.9 points, 3.5 rebounds. Last year at Tampa, shot 40% from beyond the arc, 7.5 points, 3.9 rebounds, and she's on the floor for the first time today and this season.
Disappointed in her injury, and it set her back. She was just waiting to get cleared. Got cleared about a week ago.
Back injuries are no fun, and they're hard to recover from.
Yep, and they can be chronic, too.
Yeah.
Ingram loses the ball, and the turnover gives it to Southern Wesleyan. .4 lead, 3.5 minutes to go. Head down, driving the lane, foul on Molly Franson. The foul, or the drive by Smart.
Smart goes to the line. She's only been to the line 11 times this year off the bench, but has made 10 of them. That's 91% shooting. The 5'10 senior from Forest City, North Carolina.
Yeah, she loves the line.
Loves that. She's got good form there.
And hits them both. Ingram, cross court, inside to Franson, up top. Abney drives, gives it up though. Coming back the other way.
Abney thought that Franzen was going to come right behind her to the basket. The defender was there instead.
Long three, and good. Sparks is lighting it up, now at 10 points.
Yeah, she shoots about 40% from downtown, and again, tonight, she's made both of her attempts. She's 4-4 from the floor overall, and suddenly, just like that, 10 points in 14 minutes.
Morgan Lum, oh, I thought she was going to do it. Go back to the corner. Nope, other corner. Franzen elbow jumper, good.
Well, that'll make Molly feel better, too, as she gets her first buckets of the day.
Only her third shot of the day, and I think this is Marcella Benner coming into the lineup. Yes. Marcella Benner from Valrico, Florida, just a freshman from Newsom High School. Getting her second appearance of the season. Pass inside, turn around, off the glass, no good. Fighting for it is McClure. Quickly out to Abney. Morgan Lum trying to run the break. To the deep corner. Ingram. Benner's going to put it up. Oh. And a foul on McClure.
That's the Spartans' 5th team foul of the quarter, so free throws for the final 2:13 now for Southern Wesleyan. Do you want to mention Sailport Waterfront Suites in Tampa is Tampa's only all-waterfront, all-suite resort located on beautiful Rocky Point Island, just minutes from UT. And the Outpost, located at the edge of campus on Kennedy, the Outpost offers an affordable classic menu. If you're a loyal Tampa Spartan fan, come post up at the Outpost.
Free throw knocked it down is good by Williams. This is the Spartans' highest point total of the season. They had 77 against Valdosta State. All right, take that back, against Lynn back in early December.
Casey Howard, the local product you mentioned from Calvary Christian High School, Clearwater, is back in the game here. She had started all 7 games this season, 8 counting today. Has just 2 points so far in 29 minutes.
Benner has it poked away. Kind of gave up on that one and let it go away, but fortunately it will come back to the Spartans. Need to be a little more protective of the ball.
I have to think, by the way, that Casey Howard would have family in attendance today.
I would think so.
By the way, the Malone team that the Spartans will play tomorrow traveled well.
Yeah, they must have 50 people or more.
Yeah, and they were allowed. They might have a so-called home court advantage tomorrow as far as fans are concerned because, again, finals are over. The students are gone. It's tough to get a big crowd at Tampa when all the students are elsewhere.
And the Spartans have one more game, and that's tomorrow that we set at noon. But then the NCAA at 2. I keep wanting to move it up.
Yeah. You must have plans later in the day.
But then the NCAA says D2 schools. Morgan Lum missing the shot. Got it up there. It wouldn't fall.
Yep. After they have a mandatory Christmas break.
Yes. From the 20th to the 26th, the NCAA says deadbolt the gym.
Yeah. Even if they're around town somewhere, they cannot come to the gym and shoot around or anything. Just the 3rd team foul here, so still no free throws. Do you want to mention a couple other quick sponsors here? Doubletree by Hilton, Tampa Airport West Shore. Book a beautiful room or suite at our newly renovated Tampa Doubletree Hotel on Cypress, just minutes from UT. And for generations, Krispy Kreme's been serving delicious donuts and coffee. Visit the nearest Krispy Kreme on West Kennedy. Krispy Kreme serving hot donuts right now.
And Morgan Lum has her first personal foul of the season.
And she smiles even about that. That's just fun to be out on the floor again. Yep. You can ask Morgan that for sure. By the way, stay with us. I think that we may have a special guest coming over to talk with Jack.
Hoping a player of the game comes over. Yeah. I'm lobbying for Lauren Cody, but we'll see who they send.
Yep, Cody with a career high today, 16 points.
Drive in it, and Morgan Lum has picked up her second personal foul of the season. She's not smiling on this one, though.
No. But Rachel Warden with 4 of 6 from downtown and 15 points. And, Titers come back now and has 14 points. So, again, you have your choice, and we'll just have to see who they bring over to talk with you, Jack. I'm going to give them my headphone.
Okay.
And then I'm going to be done, because I remember last time I got a very sweaty headphone back. These players work hard out there.
You can go lobby at the end of the game for Lauren Cody.
I could.
Because we did talk to Rachel Warden earlier this year.
We did.
40 seconds to go. Spartans by 16. Content to just let the clock tick some seconds away here.
And I think I'll do that, Jack. So
okay.
I'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Okay.
But, I'll leave my headphone here for whoever we get.
All right. Abney with the drive off the glass and in, and Aaliyah Abney now with 6 points on the day. 20 seconds to go in the game. Spartans 82-64. Fighting for the ball. Goes out of bounds, and it will be Southern Wesleyans, and a foul on Tampa. Foul is on Abney, just her second. Free throw missed by Hall. (82-65), under 10 seconds to go. Ingram across the timeline. Spartans will just run out the clock and secure their 9th win of the season. Tampa wins it, 82-65, the final score. A big win for the Tampa Spartans. And a game Southern Wesleyan team at 22-21 at the end of the first quarter. It was just 36-32 at halftime, but a big explosion in the third quarter where the Spartans outscored Southern Wesleyan 31-9, even though Southern Wesleyan outscored the Spartans by 9 in the fourth quarter. Tampa wins it 82-65. Some quick recap on some scoring. Sanders with 7, Warden 15, Jeremy 9, Titer with 14, Franson 2, Abney 6, Ingram 3, Dempsey 3. Dempsey with 3, I should say. Ashu with 7, and Cody with 16. On the other side, Howard with 2, Mahone 11, Van Zadelhoff 11, Richardson 6, Williams 11, Hall with 7, Sparks with 10, Young with 1, and Smart with 6. Spartans picking up the win, 82-65. Tampa shot 55% from the floor for the game, 78, almost 79% in the second half alone. Tampa was 9 of 17 from the three-point line, that's 53%, and 9 of 15, 60% from the free throw line for the game. Tampa's one area of concern, they did turn the ball over 17 times, but only 5 in the second half. Coming over to talk with us is Lauren Cody, and congratulations. What a nice game this was.
Thank you.
And I always ask everybody this because we always have somebody come over who's had a big game. Did you know how well you played today in terms of statistics?
No.
Should we tell you?
Yeah.
Okay, why not? As long as you're here. You had 16 points, career high at Tampa.
Yep.
7 of 9 from the floor. And you didn't shoot any threes, though.
No.
We wanted you to.
No.
2 of 3 from the free throw line, career high at Tampa anyway. 7 rebounds, had an assist. That was a great assist, too. You lobbed it in from the top of the key. We like that one, too. A couple fouls in just 20 minutes of play. It seemed as though, you had 7 baskets, but I bet you 5 of them were off nice little dishes from your teammates.
Yeah.
Was that a point of emphasis? Was that something you were looking for?
Well, it was just depending on my player. If she would go and help, then I would be wide open, so you just pass it down in there. So
one of the things we noticed is once the players who had the ball got in close, instead of you looking to just go to the basket, you seem to be aware that I'm going to keep my head up here and see if I get that pass.
Yeah.
So that was just something you knew would happen?
Yeah, and Coach would teach us that in practice, to always be aware, they're going to kick it down to you, and So
you and Molly have made a nice little dynamic duo inside. We've never seen you, I don't think, on the court at the same time, but, boy, you take a 6'2" person out, put a 6'3" person in, and it's really been a formidable achievement for the Spartans at this point.
Yeah, we complement each other really well, and I don't know.
How about being here down at the University of Tampa after transferring in? Have you fit in well here?
Yeah, I love it down here. I love the team. I love the coaches. It was a nice fit.
And it's warm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The weather. Yeah.
You have to like that.
Yeah.
This Southern Wesleyan team gave you a pretty good run for the money for a while here. You guys exploded 31-9 in the third quarter.
Yeah.
But they hung close to you, and we had talked to their coach, and he said, we lack depth, and we have had some inconsistency. But they kind of went at you guys in the beginning.
Yeah. I just think our defense wasn't there yet, and we came out a little slower than what we should have, but we pushed through, and we did good.
All right. Tomorrow you're going to take on Malone, a team that came back and beat Florida Tech.
Yeah.
Did you get to see them at all?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And a little walkthrough before the game tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay. Lauren, thank you very much for joining us. A great game, and we look forward to watching tomorrow.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, too.
Thank you.
All right. Lauren Cody with a career high down here at Tampa with 16 points on the day for the Tampa Spartans to lead them in scoring. As we mentioned, Rachel Warden with 15 and Stasia Titer with 14. Spartans win at 82-65. They are 9-2 on the year. Southern Wesleyan falls to 1-7. Game time tomorrow, 2 o'clock, as the Spartans take on Malone University. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Jack Ike, Scott Lynn, right here on TampaSpartans.tv.